your dad was like such a legend. Was that something you were aware of growing up? Do you think it impacted your childhood? You're already laughing. That's a good...
The reason why I'm laughing, it's his birthday today. Bit of a funny day, really.
Yeah, how are you doing?
All right. Basically, as a kid, my dad was just my dad. We didn't even really know how big a thing he'd done winning the World Cup and the career he had. Because when you got in the house, football wasn't mentioned. One of the reasons was my mother hated football. Her dad was a footballer. Her brother was a great footballer called Johnny Giles. I became a footballer, and she hated football. Dad was never confrontational, you know. He was never shouty. He was just a quiet man, and I always got on with my dad. Ironically, I work as a comedian now, and my dad was an after-dinner speaker. And when my dad's memory started to go, it got to the point where he couldn't work without me, but we tried to keep him working as long as possible. So my dad would come into a story, but I'd have it memorised, and then I knew if he went off track, what I had to say to him to get him back on. For 3 and a bit years, he worked solely with me, which meant I had special time with him on my own. It was lovely to have that because my mum wasn't there, so then he'd start telling me all the stories about what Alf Ramsey said on the eve of the World Cup final and what Alf Ramsey said after the semi-final when they'd beaten Portugal. And my dad had marked Eusebio out of the game. I know there's nothing really good about dementia, but I was able to help him to work and I was able to spend special time with him. And I'm grateful for that. With regards to help you through everything, I think a sense of humour helps you through lots of things. With this situation, I don't want to be too depressing, but it's such a nightmare, and you're in the dark. It's like you're dropped in a big black ocean, and you struggle. And not just you, you're watching your family struggling to stay afloat and not be just washed away by it all. Just trying to hang in and do the best you can. Particularly watching my mother. Very difficult.
What would you say to a family who's currently in a similar situation to the one that you were in? Do you have any words of wisdom, anything that you found particularly helpful with your dad?
Come and talk to you lot, I think.
It's great.
Or somebody of your ilk. As soon as you get the diagnosis, find out as much as you can about it. Educate yourself about it. Particularly educate yourself on how you treat that person day to day to minimise the trauma that can come from asking questions or having a debate with them or contradicting them instead of just holding their hand. I think being brave enough. Let's imagine there was an organisation nearby where, you know, they had meetings for carers who were, you know, in that situation or whatever. Getting over that shyness, if you like, and go into it and not feeling alone.
Yeah.
I'd definitely encourage people to do that. Yeah, so everybody support this because this is helping people at the saddest times in their life when they really need help. That's what I would say. At the very, very hardest of times, you're helping people. And that's why I'll do everything I can to support you.